Some confusion in the news over who is actually in control of the prisoners in the CCOT in El Salvador. El Salvador says it's the U.S. says it's El Salvador. However, I guess it's moot now because they've traded them with Venezuela to free some American prisoners. It's all very confusing.
Yeah, it is. And in the beginning, right, when we first started shipping people down to El Salvador, after Marco Rubio went down there and made the $6 million deal, we start sending people, and Supreme Court says, hey, Abrego Garcia, he has to come back. And Trump says, I have no control over these people. You can't tell me to go to a foreign country and demand they give somebody to, I can't do that. And even El Salvador at the time said, no, we're in charge of these people. He doesn't get to say, we get to do it. So after obviously the months of back and forth and everybody claiming Trump couldn't do anything, the administration saying that, the UN, the commission, the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights for the UN decided, you know what? I think I need to look into this. This seems like massive human rights violation. And as soon as that Office of the High Commissioner of Human Rights went down to El Salvador, they threw Donald Trump under the bus hard. And they said, no. He has all the control. If he says bring him back, we'll bring him back. You know, he can come get him at any point. They are his people, Mr. High Commissioner. Please do not hurt El Salvador. Do not sanction us. He has complete control. So the second it got real and enforcement efforts could have been taken, El Salvador finally came clean and said, no, Trump's been controlling this the whole time.
Well, and the real winner in all this is the president of Venezuela. Clearly, there's credible evidence that he should not be the president, that he lost the election. There were sanctions. He's been iced out on the international community, but he has negotiated this deal with the Trump administration in El Salvador to take the Venezuelans that we sent to El Salvador in exchange for like a dozen Americans to come back. One of the detainees that we sent to El Salvador was beaten so badly he lost a kidney. And so we are now the ones who did this and condoned this and created this to happen, and we're having to bargain with Venezuela to get this dozen or so. I mean, so the millions of dollars plus the human rights violations, and now we have legitimized an illegitimate government of Venezuela.
Yeah, and these are people we could have gotten back from Venezuela. This was a phone call, right? Trump could have immediately done this and said, listen, if you don't do it, I love tariffs. How about I put, 1,000% tariff, which he's done to other countries, threatened with tariffs if they don't give him his way. So there were lots of other methods he could have used here instead of, again, as you said, legitimizing this government of Venezuela. But it really is just mind-blowing how quickly these countries that Trump is working with crumble under the pressure from the UN, which is what the UN is supposed to be doing. That is their job. So again, the second they came sniffing around, El Salvador crumbled and threw Trump under the bus harder than I've seen Trump throw people under the bus, which was nice to see that little bit of a role reversal there.